Hi, welcome back to Living Our American Dream. If you keep track of our channel, you know that I ran the first batch of maple syrup for the season about a week ago, and we got 7.5 quarts of syrup. But in the process, that was the first time that I ran the syrup stove inside the building. And I had a little issue with steam. The steam kind of got all over the building. I didn't have a very good way to collect the steam, and I ended up having kind of stuff all over in the building here, and everything got moist and wet. So you can see beside me, I had a new vent hood made, and I bought a new fan, and today's video is going to be hooking that up, so stick around and I'll show you how I'm going to do this. Alright, so if you look right there, you can see on the screen I have the new fan, and that is a bathroom fan. Before I used a fan for venting out over a stove, a range hood is what I had up there, and it moved about, it said it moved 160 CFM of air. I'm telling you, this thing here that's on your screen is rated for 200 CFM, and it is moves way more air. So still a 4-inch connection, and I'm hoping that it should evacuate this hood that I made pretty good here. So you can also see that I have 2 chains, and I have a piece of angle bar attached up to the trusses with some lag bolts and just some S hooks and a little bit of chain. And the idea is I'm going to take this vent hood, it's standing on its end right now, but I'll show you the shape of that thing in a minute. But we're going to put a couple pieces of that strut material on here as well, and we're going to use S hooks to just hang this thing from the ceiling. But this time, rather than our hood be 2 or 3 feet above the stove, above the pan, this thing's going to be 2 or 3 inches above the pan. So every bit of steam that comes off of there is going to get trapped in this hood, and the volume of the hood should be enough to capture everything, plus any little tiny bits of smoke that sneak out around the pan. And if I've done this calculation right, at 200 CFM, the volume of this hood right here, I forget what I actually had it on there, but I calculated that fan should be able to evacuate this hood in every 4 seconds. Should evacuate the entire volume every 3 to 4 seconds. So it should provide plenty of ventilation. And this week we have good weather. And I'm going to turn over here. You can see the tractor's ready to go. I've got the rocking chair's in the way, but I've got the carryall on the tractor with the barrels on there. I took the chains off the tractor, and I got the front end loader on there, and we're actually ready to collect sap this week. We're going to have good weather here to do that. So let's get this hood done so we're ready to go, and later this week we'll do another test run of the next batch of syrup for the year. The shape I kind of designed up myself, just to be enough volume to hopefully collect everything that comes off, all the steam that comes off of our pan. And right now what we're going to do is we're going to cut a rectangular hole in here, and we're going to mount a register boot takeoff here to hook our dryer vent material to, our aluminum dryer vent. And we're also going to run those strips right here with some fender washers underneath, so that we can hang this thing from the ceiling. And I've laid out a spot right here, a little mark here, that is right in the center. We want this thing to hang as level as possible, but we're only going to hang it from 2 chains. So what I want to do is I want to line one of these holes up directly with the center of this thing, and that means that this piece might be off center just a little bit, and that's fine. So I've got a big fat fender washer on the inside. Go to your left now, Mike. Your left, my right. And on the top, I'm just using another washer. Now the last one, Mike. Another washer and a nylon-based, or a nut with the nylon locking part in it, so they won't back out. Okay, so for this next part, you can see that right in the middle of my stove is where my wood stack vent is, the stovepipe there going up. So little bit offset from that is where we're going to put our hole on the top of this for this register boot. And you can see we've got both brackets on here now to hang this by, so we're in good shape there. Now we're going to cut a hole just off center, so center would be about here. We're going to come just off center and we're going to cut a rectangular hole. We'll do that now. It's always awesome when you buy something brand new. First thing you do is cut a great big hole in it. These are just a sheet metal screw. We'll attach us down onto here. So what we have here now is this is just some ductwork tape, kind of like some aluminum tape here or whatever. And I'm just going to take this stuff and make a nice sealed edge here all the way around this thing. Probably don't need to do this, but I like it. It makes it look neater. And again, I'm kind of a stickler for things looking neat and nice. So we're just going to stick these on here. And again, you know, if there was any leakage, you'd be able to seal that up with this tape here, which is actually what it's made for. This ductwork leaking. There. Try not to stick this one down too early again. Put that one here. All right, so we got our takeoff piece in, we got our brackets on, we got our tape on, and I didn't take any footage of this, but I just washed this thing. And anybody that's going to try to make one of these, I would recommend doing the same thing. This galvanized panning material, it comes with a film of oil on it to keep it from kind of corroding in the pile. They come in stacks, and you got to wash that stuff off. The inside of this is going to condensate, and when it drips down, you don't want the condensation to mix with that oil and drip down into your syrup. So we took a 50-50 mixture of distilled vinegar and water and washed this thing down. I washed it with a wash rag, and then I wiped all the vinegar off with clean paper towels. you know that I have these preheater pans. Those will still sit on the back. And when I need to dump those in, the plan is just to slide this thing forward temporarily, dump the preheated sap in, and then just let this thing kind of come back and rest right over the top of here again.
There it is. Keeping me from sliding it over.
And again, this is just a piece of dryer vent, aluminum dryer vent. So if it goes bad in a couple years, I'll just get another one. Just a few bucks for this piece of dryer vent here. That'll just sit there like that. And it should stay right on here. Be able to do, is it still going, Mike? All right. What I'll still be able to do, since this is a flexible line here, I'll still be able to push this out and dump my sap in and bring it right back to where it's at. All right, well that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed what we had going on today. I think we're finally ready to run another batch of maple syrup now on the stove. If you like this channel and what you see on this channel, click the subscribe button. If you click the bell icon, it will give you a notification every time I post a video. And if you share these with your friends, I'd really appreciate that. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.